Hey, it's Punky J. What's going on, guys? So here I am in my exercise room. This is where I like to lift weights, play my drums, attempt to play guitar, but I'm going to show you guys some martial arts today. And I'd like to make more videos in this room. I just think it's a more lively room, so stay tuned for that. But anyways, guys, this is a very important video, very important martial arts video about putting the most power in your attacks, whether it's with punching, whether it's with kicking, using all parts of your body. I have a little saying that the best fighter is someone who uses every single appendage they have, and yes, that includes your cock. If you have an erection, I'm pretty sure you could use that as a weapon as well. But anyways, guys, let's go ahead and get started. The three styles I'm going to be using are Baji Kwan, Wing Chun, and Okinawan style karate. So with Wing Chun, it's a close range form of fighting, but the interesting thing about that is you can put power in short range. You just have to know how to do it. So I'm going to attempt to show you guys. Basically, you're going to shuffle around like this. I know it looks silly, but guess what style this originates from, okay? It's a certain animal. It's a crane. This is how a crane fights. It swings its wings like that. And kung fu people back in the day, they would study the movement of animals, and they were able to see that when it shuffles itself, you can actually get power by moving your shoulders around like this. You can actually get extra momentum, and you can use that for punching, but you can also use it for blocking. Okay? When you put power into your blocks, you can use that as an attack, taking away your opponent's arsenal. Their arms, their feet, they have no more weapons. They're completely vulnerable. So think about that, guys, too. But yeah, when you're long range fighting, that's when you're going to be able to put most of the power into your blocks as well your attacks. Baji Kwan is the most powerful form of fighting there is. I mean, it's more powerful than MMA. It's more powerful than karate. I can't think of a style that's more powerful, and that's probably the reason why Akira Yuki from Virtual Fighter and Dead or Alive is one of the best opponents, one of the best fighters you can use to, beat the game with. It's because they're so goddamn powerful. The two main moves Akira has, okay, so what you do is you're just in a regular stance, but you step into your punch, all right? It's not so much using your hips, you're using your whole body, stepping into it, using your back arm as momentum, as leverage. So it's like, and also in Baji Kwan, you're going to see this a lot. It's like a squatting movement. This is immature for me to say, but it's like you're blasting a dookie. Like Akira Yuki takes a dookie. I'm sorry, I had to say that. But so you're going to take a dookie stance, and you step into it. You squat into it, actually, because you're going into a horse stance. In horse stance, you're going to be bent down. Don't exaggerate too much and do like, Taoism from Street Fighter, but you just want to squat into it like that. That's why I rip my shorts from the side, so I can do that. So that's a helpful tip too for horse stance, is you're squatting. And they use open-handed. The reason why they use open-handed is because that allows you more thrust, more force. Because when you attack your opponent, it's like you're pushing them. You're not just hitting them, you're actually pushing them. And that goes for short range too, okay? This is another important one. Okay, it's the same exact movement, except you've got your arm up. Alright, you got your elbow out. That's the short range, okay? That's all there is to it, guys. I mean, that's Baji Kwan in a nutshell. There was a few more attacks and blocks, but to be quite honest with you guys, some of it just looks kind of silly to me, like it's just made for movies.
You can't exaggerate movement too much in fighting, or you're gonna leave yourself open and get hurt. But that's why I love Baji Kwan, though. It's because it's got that real forceful type of thrusting. No, I'm kind of talking like I'm talking about porn or something, but all this thrusting, you gotta thrust. Oh yeah, thrust your opponent. No, I'm sorry, but anyways, that's Baji Kwan in a nutshell, and that to me is the best offense. There's very little defense, but I will show you one thing. Guess how else you can use this movement? Okay, when your opponent is punching you, because when they're punching you, they're leaving this spot open right here. This is the only place you'll be able to reach. So when they punch, okay, and make sure you use the same hand, okay, say I'm attacking and I'm using that. Make sure that the hand you attack with, is same parallel to theirs. I don't think you could do that opposite. But yeah, go into it, strike this. When you can do that, guys, again, you're going to be breaking their arsenal. They're not going to be able to punch if you attack that part. But anyways, what else did I leave out? Okay, so with Okinawan karate, here's something not a lot of people know. So I was talking about using, left and right movement, backwards and forwards, momentum. But guess what? Okay, you don't want to forget the whole grid. Use every direction in martial arts, and that'll make you the best fighter. You can also use upward, okay? If you're doing an upwards block, you can use that momentum for a palm strike straight to their chin. A lot of power goes into that. Right into their chin, or you can hit their jaw. And you can do it reversed, with the bottom. Let's say you go into a downward block, then you can, what am I doing? Hit them like that. Or you can go from the top to the bottom. Well, this is just your standard. See, when I do a downward block, I use my other hand for leverage to give me more power. I mean, you can hit someone even if you throw a regular punch like that. You just got to be fast. But you can. I've never really experimented with that, but you can do a hammer fist. You just have to use the leverage. I think you guys know what I'm talking about there. But anyways, guys, just using your whole body. That's what Bruce Lee emphasized most, is using your whole body in attack. I remember that was a direct quote in one of his movies. I forgot which one. I think it was Fist of Fury, but what he did more so than anything was teach distance, long range, short range, which was Wing Chun style that he practiced a lot. But he did a lot of different styles. That's what Jeet Kune Do is known for. It's just finding your own style, because everyone's different. But I think for the most part, what I have showed you here is something that can be useful to everybody. But again, don't be afraid to learn different styles. You can learn things even from the more obscure stuff like Baji Kwan, Tai Chi. Tai Chi. That's the funny thing about Baji Kwan, is that Akira Yuki from Virtual Fighter, his style of Baji wasn't exactly the original. You can tell it's kind of different. It's more showy, but original Baji Kwan, it's actually very internal and very flowing like Tai Chi. If you watch some Baji Kwan demonstrations on YouTube, they're very flowing with the movement. And the reason for that, guys, is because they're building up their internal energy, okay, their level of Chi. Chi is an internal energy, and you can boost it really hard and seriously hurt somebody. Not everybody believes in Chi, not everybody thinks it's real, but I can tell you guys it's legit. I can feel it in my hands. It feels kind of like a staticky energy. And if you practice stuff like Tai Chi, and there's other techniques too, like something called a PSI ball that I learned on YouTube. That's how I first started feeling it in my hands. It's very interesting stuff. Chi has actually been, it's been measured. You can measure it with a heat detector. So it is a real thing. It's not just your body heat. I highly recommend you guys check that out. But with that said, though, I believe fighting is an internal thing. Obviously you do want to use power, but I believe there's more to it than just brute force. So guys, this is Punky J. Thanks for watching my video. Feel free to think what you want of the things that I'm teaching. You don't have to agree with everything. I just ask that you guys please be respectful, because at the end of the day, I'm making these videos to help you out, and this is the very same thing that could save your life. So with that said, guys, stay tuned for more. I'm still in here. I'm still doing my thing. I'm just kind of taking a break. I'm not really busting out a whole lot of videos, but stay tuned for more, guys. This is Punky J. See you later.